Welcome, Tim and Kylie Capstraw to Talks to Go. Jill and I know that it's not going to come as any surprise to you, to fans of yours, Tim, and certainly Kylie, those who follow Yale's women's basketball, that basketball has played an important role in both of your lives. Tim, you as a coach and a broadcaster, Kylie, you as a player. So, Tim, what role does basketball play in your relationship with Kylie?
Oh, it's important, but it's not super important really at this stage. I think early on in her life we'd spend a lot of time together, and yeah, we'd practice, and it would matter to me, and all that. I've kind of liked the whole person of Kylie right now. I think when I get too wrapped up into basketball, it's not healthy. I'm incredibly proud of her and everything that she's accomplished, but it has been a great way for us to connect, though. I can't deny that, and more so driving in a car. I spent a lifetime driving to the Jersey Shore for her to play in games, and it didn't necessarily have to do with basketball, but it had to do with time together, and I'll never ever forget that.
What would some of those conversations be like if they weren't about basketball?
It would be like, who's singing this song? Who sings this song? Because I never had control over the radio, and it was always. I can tell you, I know a lot of. I knew, like, when I would broadcast during the games, I would know more songs than a guy my age should know, and it would really throw off who I was working with.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a little more up to date in my music than I should be at my age.
You know, Tim, I've had the pleasure of writing a few plays in my lifetime. In fact, I've had a few one acts produced in New York, and I'll never forget a line that I wrote. It was the character said, "Whoever owns the wheel owns the dial."
Not in my
Not
world.
in your.
I own nothing.
It kind of, I mean, I like taking control of the aux. So like Kylie, for you, what would you usually play in the car?
Well, we were really big SZA fans. It was like 2017, 2018, and we were playing that SZA's first album ever, Control. That was our album. We loved that. And then as I got older, it got into like Morgan Wallen and like who else was their dad? Like then you would like throw in his what's that song with the numbers 867530,
Yeah, yeah,
that
that
number. And
because
we played a lot of like Kid Rock. Like it was just like what our vibe was going into practice was what we were going to be playing. Like going home, it was always super chill because at that time he'd been driving for 2 hours. I'd taken my nap. Like if I knew I was going to take a nap on the way to practice, then I would cater a little bit more towards him. But it was definitely we were very like we're versatile in our music taste.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, Kylie, what's your take on what role basketball has played in relationship with your dad?
I mean, I think inevitably basketball was going to be the center point of our relationship, but it as I've gotten older, it hasn't become it was never everything to our relationship. We were always outside um playing honestly, we were playing other sports before we were even playing basketball. We were practicing soccer and I'd go and I'd hit tennis balls and we'd go hit baseballs. Like we were always practicing and playing catch. We were always practicing other sports, and then basketball was kind of the last resort, and that was when it was like okay, like this is serious. And we spent the summers at his basketball camp, and that was fun. But even so, like basketball was never pressured to play any part of our relationship. Honestly, it was inevitably going to be an aspect of a relationship, but it's never been everything to us, and I'm grateful that he's never made me feel that way.
So, what made you inevitably decide to focus on basketball and not the other sports that you were sort of practicing and picking up? What made you sort of center in on basketball?
I think for me, soccer was like my first sport that I really loved, but once I touched a basketball, like it was over from there. I like Skylar Diggins, like she's my dad's not the reason why I love basketball. Skylar Diggins is the reason why I love basketball. And I think he'll even admit that. Like Skylar Diggins, I went to one of her camps and it was over from that point on. And basketball is just like I have a connection to hearing that ball bounce on the ground, hearing it go through the net. Like that is my like peace. That's my happy place.
I was going to ask you, Kylie, who do you pattern your game after?
I think as I was younger, I was a little bit smaller and I was more of a guard-ish figure, and I was Skylar Diggins and Steph Curry all the way. And as I've gotten older, I've kind of pivoted. In the NBA, I really admire Luka Doncic, and
Uh-huh.
then WNBA, I love Nafisa Collier. So that's as I've gotten older, that's who I'm in recent years, that's who I'm modeling my game after. But Skylar Diggins and Steph Curry are the reason why I'm playing this game.
Awesome. Well, speaking of the WNBA, what impact, if any, has the rise of the WNBA had on your relationship? Have conversations shifted between the two of you? What has that been like sort of in recent years?
I think our conversations have kind of stayed neutral. They stayed the same. We definitely talk about the WNBA. I would say we kind of talk about the NBA a little bit more. We spent a lot of time this summer watching Summer League, and like for like those 3 weeks that it was going on, like he doesn't even know this, but I was really excited every evening when Summer League would come on, and we could go sit on the couch with our dog and watch Summer League. So that was like one of the highlights of my summer, actually.
I love that. And Tim, did you have like a different point of view in terms of, seeing the rise of the WNBA and how that impacted your relationship with Kylie, or would you kind of agree with her that it was, same business as usual?
Well, I'm just glad that so many other people have gotten to know what I've known, that the women's basketball is such an amazing sport. It is just a beautiful sport to watch. I have become the biggest fan of it since Kylie started playing. I just like the way it's played a little bit differently. I like maybe the approaches of some of the girls. I just think it's a beautiful game, and I'm glad the whole world has gotten to see what I've seen for a while right now. That it is such a great sport and such a great game.
Yeah. And Tim, what's the greatest life lesson that basketball has taught you that you've passed down to Kylie?
Well, if I was saying basketball, I started playing when I was about 6 years old, and now I'm going to be 65 in a couple of days, tomorrow or the next day or something like that. And
Well,
and
happy birthday, Tim.
Yeah, happy birthday.
thank you. I was shooting for that. I was going for that. And honestly, I've never not been involved in basketball. Like I practiced every day of my life. I think I then went to be a coach. Wanted to be I was a player. I wasn't that good player like high school, but not that good in college. Then I tried coaching, and that was for about 17 years. And now I'm broadcast. It's unbelievable the role that is played in my life. It is everything. I met my wife because we lost in a really bad game, a really tough game to go to the NCAA tournament. And she kind of felt bad for me. And she asked her roommate, which was one of her, they had a bunch of roommates. One was a guy. How about that guy? And that's how we met. So my whole life and everybody I know has been revolved around basketball. So Kylie wouldn't be Kylie if it wasn't for basketball. I would not have met my beautiful wife Chelsea because she was at Ryder. We lost at a buzzer shot. It was heartbreaking. And that was 100 years ago, but that's where we kind of met each other.
So I guess we have Ryder to thank for Kylie being here, huh?
No, seriously. Wagner lost to Ryder on an ESPN Championship Week game on a buzzer beater by a guy named Derek Suber, and it was 4 seconds.
He went full court. He won the game, and yet Chelsea felt so bad for me that I lost that game, but gained something a lot better, and that was an amazing wife and relationship, and Kylie because of that.
Uh-huh.
Lovely.
Kylie, obviously, is a parent that, your dad is consumed with basketball, and that's cool. That's really okay. But here's the question. What do you think your dad's fans would be surprised to learn about him that they don't know?
Well, surprised.
I kind of put it out there. Put everything out there. This is it, George. I am who I am.
He is but the thing you have to love about him, and the thing that I think the people and everyone around my dad appreciates about him, is that he's authentically himself. But something that he does, he's now really into golf. And so he golfs every day. I mean, I don't know how it's been since I've been back at school, but he golfs pretty often. And he's actually not a bad dancer.
Oh, there you go. Now we're talking.
That would be what I'd have to say. But the best thing about Tim Capstraw,
that's tremendous. You know why
I'm not a bad dancer, George? This is important in case you need to know this. I stay in my lane. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
I'm an understated. Jill appreciate this. I'm understated. I don't want to be the hero in the dance contest. You know what I mean? I can't believe you said that.
He's a role player in the dance contest.
I totally get it. And for one reason in particular, we were at a family wedding.
Yeah.
And Jill took videos of me dancing with my wife and put it out on the internet, and I've never heard the end of it.
Yeah. Right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So you got to be careful about this stuff, Tim. Yeah.
I was caught by surprise at that.
Yeah. You know, Tim, as much as we love our daughters, we know they're not perfect. I mean, as much as we'd like them to be. So what is the one thing that Kiley does that drives you absolutely nuts?
Yeah, I can have no hesitation. She spends way too much money, okay? Way too much money too fast. She doesn't think about things when she buys them, okay? All right?
That's good. I get to be public about this. I like that right now. Stop spending your money so fast.
You're right. My bad.
Zero hesitation on that one, George. Thank you.
Is it Hello Amazon or what's the deal?
No, they took that password away from me. I don't have the Amazon password.
It's hello anything.
You know, I don't know. She's awesome though. She's awesome, but that would be the one thing.
That's it. Money. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, as my dad likes to say, turnabout is fair play. So, Kiley, it's only right for us daughters to rag on our dad. So, what does your dad do that drives you a little bit nuts?
His shoes. He needs new shoes. And he knows that he needs new shoes, but he gets one pair of shoes. And for the summer, he got one pair of shoes that were bright blue. So now he's wearing his bright blue shoes with his salmon pants. And it doesn't work. It's not working. It's the shoes.
You know what? We literally have the same conversation in our household. Like we had to buy him a nice pair of Nike shoes for his birthday, and now he's worn them to death. So it's time for a new pair of shoes again.
And he wears them, and it's like, all right, please get yourself another pair of shoes, please.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
That's fair,
right? I feel
like with the money you save me, I'll go out and buy some.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we found a compromise here. Kiley, if you were empowered to do so, what is one dream your dad has that you would like to make come true?
One dream my dad has. Oh, to play in the NCAA tournament. Oh, 100%.
To play or coach?
It would be his dream for me to play a game.
For you to play in an NCAA. Oh, I thought you were saying that was his dream to play. Okay, so his dream is for you to play in the big dance.
I would think so, right, Dad?
Yeah, but I also say that you've given me so many dreams along the way, though. I mean, like, there's been incredible. Just playing college basketball. See, that's the thing. Like, everybody just thinks, well, your kid goes and plays basketball. They're 1% of the girls in high school or boys go out and play Division I basketball, or 3% play in college.
Right. They
don't realize how special it is that they just wear a uniform and they can make a team. And I think that is an incredible accomplishment. And I think because they hang out with other athletes, they forget how special they are and how hard it is to go through college being an athlete and the ups and downs and the things you go through. It's not a particular game. Her dream is already
has already been there for me from the moment she's played, but not just the way she's played. Because it's not about playing. It's how she's carried herself throughout her career that blows me away. She's had so much class and so much character. It just blows me away.
Kylie, what is the most rewarding thing that you've experienced in your college basketball career?
The friendships I've gained. I think, yeah, I've gained like my best friends in the whole world because of college basketball. Honestly, because of basketball as a whole. So I would have to say that's been the most rewarding thing for me.
Are you talking exclusively about your teammates or other people surrounding the organization?
Exclusively my teammates.
Okay.
But yeah, and also just like seeing the work you've put in and everything that you've done come to fruition that's also awesome. But I think that's been something that my parents have instilled in me since I was young, is to always remember the process. Don't worry about the result, worry about the process. And I think I have the tendency to stray away from that sometimes, but staying in touch with my process and staying in touch with what I really enjoy about basketball, which is the grind. Because without the grind, you don't get the wins, you don't get the accolades, you don't get anything. So coming back to that's also been very rewarding for me.
One last Yale-oriented question for me. As a Yalie, do you circle Harvard on your schedule?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
100%. Yes. And that's actually my favorite gym to play in the Ivy League. I shoot well in that gym notoriously. I play well in that gym. And it's also just a nice gym. I think we have the best gym in the Ivy League, but playing against them, it's always it's emotional, it's a battle. And it means something deeper than every single Ivy League game means something just because of the history. But for Harvard, yeah.
Cool. Obviously you guys have done a lot of things together in regards to basketball, but Tim, what is the one thing you've never done with Kylie that you'd like to do, or at least give it a shot?
Ooh. Now that she's 21, go have a drink with her. How about that?
I like that.
Sit at a bar. I order a Guinness. She gets something, and we sit down and have a drink. How about that?
Loving it.
It's not like I don't think we've ever done that at home, or we didn't do that at home. It's not that big a deal. I'm not like I don't think she's a big sort of drinker, but that's kind of. I don't know. That just came to mind right there, but that would be kind of cool. Without her mother being there too. Her and her mother are really tight, and they really kind of gang up on me a little bit. So just me and her having a drink at the Shillelagh Club on a Thursday night, me with a Guinness. Be Jesus, that would be beautiful.
Wow, there you go.
Kylie, now that you're of age, what is your drink of choice?
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, I would say I like a cosmopolitan. I like a little cosmo action.
All right. Sounds good.
Usually.
So for those of you joining us on YouTube, you can see that at least some of us have changed our clothes, and I got a haircut. And it's not that we're magicians. It's that we experienced some technical difficulties at the end of the first half of our interview with Tim and Kiley Capstraw. So we're back, though, and hopefully bigger a week later, bigger and better than ever. we want to thank both Tim and Kiley for being so gracious enough to rejoin us. Guys, thank you. So let's get back into it. So, Kiley, what is the best advice your dad ever gave you, either on or off the court?
Right back to it.
Right back to it. Perfect. I think the best advice he's given me is to be authentically myself and to communicate and advocate for myself, just in the realm of everything, and speak your mind. And not everything has to be so emotional. It can just be more tactical. And I think that's something so important, especially in basketball, is that basketball is not an emotional game. It's all tactical. So he actually gave me that advice, not on the basketball court, but I've been able to take it with me to the basketball court.
Amazing. It's great advice.
Yeah.
Oh, and Kiley, do you think you'll ever want to follow in your dad's footsteps, whether it be coaching and or sports broadcasting? Where do you see this going?
I see myself in the sports world. I've got some big shoes to fill in broadcasting, and coaching comes across my mind every now and then. So I'm definitely I can maybe see it, but I'll definitely be in sports. I know that I'll be in sports eventually.
Love it.
Kylie, you're still playing, right? So let's not jump to coaching just yet, okay? Any WNBA aspirations?
Yeah, obviously. I think if you're not striving to be in the WNBA, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be playing at this level. But definitely that, and to play overseas and to have the opportunity to play in Europe, that would be a dream.
I'm gonna swear and cop to complete naivete. When I ask this next question, what is the track record of women coming out of the Ivies making it into the WNBA?
In recent years, it's very high. So in 2020, Bella Allery, I think, was the fifth pick. She was out of Princeton. Abby Myers, Katie Benson ended up doing a fifth year at Maryland, but she's a Harvard grad. Abby Shu, Harmony Turner, and Caitlin Chen this year. Um, yeah, there's a lot and a lot of training camp rosters. So the Ivy League is very elite basketball.
Terrific. Wow. If you made it there, is there a particular team you would want to play for? Liberty, perhaps?
Probably, yeah, probably
yeah?
the Liberty.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they got the best mascot in the league, you know?
They do.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. And Tim, if given the chance, is there anything you would have done differently in your relationship with Kylie?
Oh, yeah, a million things. Uh, yeah, everything, I mean, you always you always wonder, boy, I wish I could have done this or said this a different way or made her feel a little bit better about this or that. I'm constantly doing that. I do not, it's an ongoing challenge for me to say the right things and not have any regrets about how it was perceived or the tone with which it was said. I think parents do that all the time, and I constant regret, or if I had some do-overs. But you also got to just be yourself, and sometimes you just got to let it rip and just let them know your feelings. But I've never been afraid to apologize or anything like that. But yeah, I've had a lot of things daily.
I mean, and that's how it works. We all learn from our mistakes, right? Throughout the years.
Yeah,
The only way to get better.
Kylie, anything you would change?
I think how do I say this? I think I was a, a difficult I was a difficult daughter to coach. I think I still am a difficult daughter to coach. So, and he was a difficult father coaching. So, but I'm just kidding. But I was definitely a little bit bratty and I was dismissive. No, I don't need your help. So I definitely wish I could have taken a little bit more advice instead of just completely brushing it off.
Yeah. Well, how do you, yeah, go ahead.
I'm always thrown off by parents who are really good coaches with their children. It's like that throws me off a little bit. I see that some, but for the most part, if you're a coach, the best thing you can do for your daughter is evaluate other people the best that could help her. That's where you should use your expertise, not to be the person, but to evaluate the other people that could be the people that they could help them. Because then you can just be their cheerleader. They're a person pumping them up and all that. You don't have to get so specific. I know that happens at times, but for the most part, it's gotten better over the years. That's one of those things I've learned. It's not about me trying to coach my daughter. It's about her and just having success and just getting better and improving and loving it the way I do.
Yeah. And how were you able to find that balance in your relationship being, father, daughter, but also coach and basketball player? Like where did you find that balance throughout the years?
No, I kind of shied away over the years. Well, but she's kind of told me too, she'll let you know, that it hasn't all been like, and it's just been when they're young, you can help them a lot and all that. But even when I would go out and just shoot baskets with her, I'd have to really, it wouldn't be like I was coaching some other kid. It would be like, oh, should I say this? Should I say that? No, I'm not going to say nothing. And it's a real balancing act. But over the last several years, she's been on her own for the most part, and it's been great because we talk about other stuff now. For a while, it was just basketball. Now we talk about everything, and we laugh. And I love her. Her sense of humor is very similar to mine, and we have an incredible time laughing. She's very close with her mom, but we have a great relationship also in a different way. We really I really love her sense of humor.
So now outside of basketball, what is the thing that bonds the two of you closest together? Like what do you talk about outside of it?
I don't know, just her day-to-day routine of her life, of what's going on. And I don't know, she's just very witty. I just love to see that her personality's evolved and she's fun and she's likable. And I can tell that on campus. She wouldn't be the leader she is. And I can just see her, she's fun. And the other thing is she's got a huge heart. She's got great kindness. And I've seen that with even like, there have been so many freshmen have come to Yale this year. And this is the most impressed I've been because the freshmen have come in and she has taken every one of them under the wing. And I don't know how it went for you, Jill or George, but when I went to college, that first 6 months was the hardest thing I ever did by far. And it was not even close. And to see my daughter do what she does for these young players is way beyond basketball to me. And I'm incredibly proud of that.
Kiley, was being named captain of the Yale's women's basketball team, was that something that you were named by the coaches, or was that a teammate vote?
Oh, that's a teammate vote.
That's gotta feel tremendous.
Yes.
That's one heck of an endorsement from your teammates. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't get any better than that, right?
Not much.
Yeah.
I'll say this though, day to day, what I've noticed, she's not just a captain in name. Every day she's doing or meeting or talking with or making kids feel better. I can't tell you. I was talking to her the other day. She's in the hospital with a freshman who was injured, and she's spending the whole day with her. That I try to tell her, you'll forget the games, you'll forget a lot of your classes. That's for sure.
Right.
But they won't ever forget how you made them feel. And Kylie's doing an unbelievable job with that.
Wow. High praise, Kiley. Hey guys, we've come to the segment of Talks to Go that we call Rapid Fire Roundup. And here's the way it's going to work. We're going to give you quick little questions or short choices. We want your spontaneous response. Don't think a lot, just
whatever rolls off
right from the gut. So Tim, I've got the first one for you. Here we go. Tim, there's 1 second left on the clock. If you could pick one player, past or present, to shoot a free throw to win a game, who would it be?
Oh, Kiley Capstraw. She's a great free throw shooter.
Let's go NBA.
Jason Kidd. Okay. No matter what. Greatest athlete I ever saw perform.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Kiley, to win a game with 1 second to go, would you rather make a great steal or a great pass?
I feel like the steal is like, that's a tough play. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. The steal is like that's huge.
Yeah, totally. All
Pass
right.
is huge too, but that's like that's a big deal.
Yeah. It's a bigger deal than the pass. Tim, other than basketball, what sport do you think requires the most athletic ability?
That's pretty good. Golf. Now that I golf all the time, and I stink. So that is it right there. I'm sorry I thought too long on that.
No, but that's quite all right.
I think basketball takes more. Like I played football, basketball, baseball, right? And even played in college. I just think the basketball encompasses everything, almost everything you got to do athletically. Baseball, I think hitting a baseball might be the hardest thing. Right. I think football is a physical, beautiful sport, but basketball encompasses everything.
Okay.
In my opinion.
All right. Kiley, surf or turf?
Well, historically turf, but I've been more surf. So I'm going to have to go turf just to stick to my roots.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Tim, your favorite New Jersey diner?
Oh, Tic Tac.
Classic.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's called Chit Chat.
No.
TikTok. No. TikTok.
Chit Chat is in our town.
That's right.
TikTok is on Route 3.
That's correct.
Oh,
That's
my
correct.
bad. My bad. I thought you
Yeah.
were trying to say it.
No.
You should have thought I was a knucklehead. I didn't know the name.
No.
And I think TikTok is the Jonas Brothers' favorite diner too. So
There you go.
in great company.
All right, Kylie, as captain of the Yale's women's basketball team, what is the most important quality you value in a teammate?
Loyalty and honesty.
Great ones.
Okay.
Tim, the one book you've read that you would eagerly read again.
Make It Stick. Made to Stick. Made to Stick is the book that I do in my business. Being sticky matters, in my opinion. When I say something, it's about words and commercials that have stayed with us for our whole life, George, and all that. And when I broadcast the game, it's funny that people will remember these like one line I said because it stuck, because it was either funny or it hit home or it rhymed or it had alliteration or it just came off the tongue. So Made to Stick is a book I swear by.
Who's the author?
I forget. Two brothers. I forget the name of it.
All right. I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll
going to
look
have
it
to look it up. Okay. Kylie, when Hollywood makes the Tim Capstraw story, who would you cast to play your dad other than your dad?
Oh, what's his name? What's Cheaper by the Dozen dad.
Oh, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great pick.
All right.
It's a great pick. And Tim, who would you like to see play Kylie?
A young Hayden Panettiere, because Kylie looked just like her in Remember the Titans.
All
So
right.
she looks just like her when she's in. If you saw her hair and out and all that, it's beautiful, just like hers.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, Kylie, if you threw a surprise birthday party for your dad and could invite 3 people, dead or alive, who would you think would absolutely blow him away to bring to his birthday?
Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
Conan O'Brien. Probably Jason Kidd, but he loves Jason Kidd. That's his favorite. And who else am I inviting to Dad's birthday? Maybe like LeBron. No, he wouldn't be that interested in. No, the third one is a tough one.
Okay, we can leave it at 2.
Yeah, I would take 2. I don't like to over.
Conan O'Brien and Jason Kidd have special places in his heart.
All right, that works. All right.
That's a great one.
All right, Tim, fill in the blank. The one thing I admire most about Kylie is
her kindness. Her kindness and loyalty is beautiful.
Okay.
All right. And Kylie, pick one of the most recent and best pop girls. Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Gracie Abrams, or Olivia Rodrigo?
I'm gonna have to go with Taylor Swift.
Okay. All right.
Well, after my own.
Tim, you get the last one. It's from me. If you could turn back the clock, what is the one moment with Kylie that you'd like to relive?
You know what it is.
What is it, Kai?
Our best day ever together. Morgan
Wallen concert together.
Oh, okay.
Was the best day. If I could relive one day. Yeah, it had nothing to do with sports. We had to go. The tickets were so expensive. I couldn't believe I was doing this, but she was so upset. And that. The other thing would be the day we brought home our dog Ace, because I never had a dog my whole life. And I had to get a dog for Kylie. And by the time he got home, he wasn't her dog anymore. It was my dog.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And he's been my best friend, Ace, every day since. So it's been unbelievable.
Very sweet. And Kylie, is it the same for you? The
Yes.
Morgan Wallen concert?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay. All right. Guys, we now have another segment that we call cross-examination, where we take the two of you off the hot seat. And the reason why we call it cross-examination, you get to ask questions of us. And the reason why it's cross, Tim, you get to ask a question of Jill, Kylie one of me, and you guys can decide who goes. Now, here's the one caveat. You cannot ask us, because we've been asked this a zillion times, how did this podcast begin? Anything else is in bounds, but that one is out of bounds.
It's a cop out.
All right.
At this point.
All right, go.
I got something, George. How do you feel about Jill being involved in sports and in production? And I think what she's doing is really cool.
Okay. Well, your question was supposed to be to Jill, but that's okay.
To Jill?
No, Tim, I love it.
I got one to Jill right now.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Okay,
I'm
ready. I'm ready.
Go for it.
Jill, your father's voice is amazing. Does it ever scare you?
Does it ever scare me?
He's got a little voice of God in him, doesn't he? You know, like.
Well, that's his full-time gig. So
I know.
Yeah. So I don't know about scares me. I think, sometimes his voice can project a little loudly. So I don't know about scared, but maybe annoy is the better word. So yeah, I would say that. No, but he's got a great voice, and I'm happy he's doing what he loves now in life. So yeah, I wouldn't say scared necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim, I will answer your question though. Okay. Even though it wasn't a cross. Here's my deal, and I think it's the same way you feel about Kylie. As long as she is doing something that she loves, is passionate about, I'm all in. And I know this is what she wants to do. So she's got my support 1000%. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Kylie, have at it.
I was gonna say, George, what is like your proudest moment of Jill?
A lot of them. The work we're doing together on this makes me extremely proud.
Cop out.
No, it's not a cop out. No. And one thing that she's in the midst of doing that a lot of people don't know is that she's in the early stages of writing a novel.
Wow.
Yeah. And I must say, I think it's quite good.
Very early stages.
Very early stages. But that's
Early.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. As long as she sticks to it and completes it, that's all you can ask of her. And I think she will. I think it's an intriguing story. I think it's fun. I love, just like you love Kylie's sense of humor, Tim, I love my daughter's sense of humor. Some of the things that she's come out with in this book, I think are hysterical. They're little things, but they make me laugh. They really do. And I'm extremely proud of that. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's going to be a sports romance. So it's, sports related.
Can we say what sport?
Sure. Tennis.
Not basketball, but tennis.
Yeah, tennis.
Tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Challengers vibe-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Did you get inspired at the US Open when you were there working?
Yeah, for sure.
There's some rumors about some dirt going on, by the way.
Dirt. Oh, what kind of dirt are we talking? This is news.
I don't know. I thought, wasn't one girl dating both guys at the same time?
That's right.
Supposedly.
How about that? I'm on top of everything.
That's right.
Supposedly. I'm not gonna comment on Brooks Nader, but yes, you are in the know, Tim. You are very in the know.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
That?
That is good. That is good.
Yeah.
Know that. So
Yeah. Well,
Sorry, Kai.
Before we let you officially go, please let our listeners know where they can find you, follow you, any upcoming projects you have going on in your life. Let our listeners know now.
Well, I'm at Tim Capstraw on X, and Tim on Instagram, and Tim under my name, and TikTok. I've got to get better. That's my goal in life, and I do appreciate having this as some content. Some great content I can use, because the world is changing and I'm just not great at it. I think in my age range, it's not as natural to be posting about yourself and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really trying. So follow me and all that other stuff.
Yes, for sure. And Kylie, how about you?
I'm at Kiley Capstraw on all the platforms, and come to a Yale women's basketball game. We'll be all
Go support women's basketball.
Go Bulldogs. Go
Yes.
Bulldogs.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So Tim Capstraw and Kylie Capstraw, thanks for a Talks to Go that was nothing short of a full court heave.